走so快。 Живо, это наша точка!
Making it too easy.
the front.
Вон он!
guns. Oh, I did kill him. Headshot with a pistol. fucking serious? I had it this whole fucking time. What a piece of shit. Such an idiot. I can't believe I had it this whole time. Freaking god.
Понятно.
right from the bag. So add some water. After mixing it all up, here's what we're left with. Perfect damp soil. Next, I grabbed my solo cup and filled it with potting mix to prep for planting. I like to use a Sharpie to make a little hole to drop my seeds into. Here is the first seed, and we'll drop this one right in. And here's the second one. They look good down there. Now we'll just cover them up with a bit of soil and then water the seeds in. To get a better overall experiment, I wanted to sprout the seed of an additional tomato slice. So I grabbed another Whopper. For this one, I wanted to try a different method and grab the slice of the tomato out of the burger. I figured this one would work. It had some nice looking seeds in it. And instead of taking the seeds out, I just took the whole slice of tomato and dropped it on the surface of the soil. Then I covered the whole slice with some soil, like you see right here, and watered it all in. After my seeds were planted, I grabbed a heating mat and placed my cup on the mat. Using a heat mat is important because tomato seeds will germinate based on the temperature of the soil. And using a heat mat will cut the time it takes for the seeds to sprout in half. Here are a bunch of different tomato seeds I started, all on the heat mat, and I'm using an LED light for them. After only 8 days, the tomato seeds sprouted and were looking really good. Here are the ones that I only planted 2 seeds. Both came up. And here's the cup that I planted a whole slice of tomato. The germination rate was great. You can still see more seedlings sprouting up. 7 days after that, the plants had their true leaves and were really doing well. So I decided to go by and thin them out to 1 plant per cup. There we go, a healthy, happy tomato. I did the same thing for the sliced tomato seedlings, but for this one, I just picked the healthiest looking seedling, then just cut all the rest out carefully with a scissor. Here's the final seedling with plenty of space now that it's on its own. 8 days later, the plants had shown a lot of nice growth, and it was time to get them into the ground. Here is the tomato that was from the whole slice. The color and the health of it are really encouraging to see. For this one, I'm planting it directly into the soil. To do this, first I pull back the wood chips with a rake until I get down to the soil level. Then I grabbed my small hand shovel to dig a hole for my tomato. And I want it to be about twice the width of my cup. Next, I grabbed some of my JP Secret Stuff fertilizer, then got a tablespoonful of
наголо! Я кацанул его нахуй! Вот петух!
Sprayed them with isopropyl alcohol overall though, we still harvest from it some decent looking tomatoes, but it doesn't look as good as it should. 12 days later, the tomatoes in the plant had completely swollen up. And now you can start to see truly how much fruit is on this one plant. A few of the tomatoes were starting to blush and get some color, and the branches were hanging low from all that fruit. The tomato in the container had some ripening fruit on it. Even though the plant didn't look that great, it was still producing. It's all It's been 803 days since we planted this tomato from seed, right from the whopper, and look at it. Nice and ripe, and a number of other ripe ones right here. Then move along the plant here, and then even up it. This thing is loaded with fruit, even at the top. And look at this one arm over here. It got so heavy, it laid on the ground, but still some fantastic looking tomatoes on it. I think it's just so incredible to take something like processed food and then to be able to turn that back into natural food. It's been an incredible experience. I can't wait to taste the tomato. When it comes down to it, this tomato, it's likely going to be a hybrid. I did some research online when it comes to the Burger King tomatoes, and people say that they're slicing tomatoes close and similar to like a beefsteak, and that's what we got right here. But since it's a hybrid, they don't grow true to seed. So we didn't know necessarily what we were going to get. What we got is a beautiful beefsteak tomato here. Let's cut this off and get a taste of it. Cut this one off here. Take a peek at this tomato. Look at the color, and it's nice and ripe. Look at the shape. Absolutely beautiful. This is a true full circle moment. To go from seed, well actually to go from burger to soil to harvest. Now, we started with just a slice of tomato. Let's cut a slice off and see how it tastes. Let's just grab this here, cutting board, get a little slice into the tomato, see what we got. Ooh, it looks good. Let's see that. Ooh, nice pink color to it too. A little bit surprising. Let me cut it one more. And then we'll see it. This is basically what we started with. Just a tomato with some seeds, a slice of tomato with some seeds in it. Look at what we have now. This tomato, all these tomatoes, and we just grab that right from the burger. Grow tomatoes from something like this. It makes you wonder how many are hidden at fast food places, at grocery stores. There's so many opportunities to grow. Let's get a taste of this thing. Decent flavor to it, not acidic at all. Pretty good sweetness. It could be a little firmer. Overall though, just a delicious tasting tomato, and I'm actually pretty surprised. But also with how well the tomatoes look and these things. Let's check it out. You can see this one isn't even close to as productive as the one I put ground. And that's for a few reasons. First off, I think it was because water. I just didn't see the best water when it comes to this tomato. You guys saw earlier in the video where the tomato was huge, it was healthy, nice green lush leaves, and then what happened was I got a little busy doing some other things and I couldn't really keep up with this tomato, and I just didn't water it.
Take this, you motherfuckers! Ah!
Damn it. Oh. Dude, how did I get 1, 2? Well, yeah, that's right. That sucked. Fucking grenade. Why is my neck not fucking feeling better?
When I switched to the iPhone 16 for a month, I found plenty of that I loved about the experience. The screen, the notification handling, even the multi-app widgets. However, I didn't have the it just works experience either. So was the bugginess and unintuitiveness a one-off for me? To find out, I voluntold 3 lifelong Android users, including my wife, to give the walled garden a shot. They got a $1,400 budget to buy whatever iPhone they want, along with any accessories they could still afford, and set them loose for a month to see if any of them would be tempted by the delightful apples that Tim has cooked up. And my goodness, did they ever have some feedback? Oh, finally.
Sorry, I didn't see it ringing, sir.
Don't call me sir. So, how's it going with our guinea pigs? Are they clamoring for their androids back yet?
Actually, no. I think all 3 are strongly considering switching to iPhone.
What? I cannot believe I'm not here to hear about this in person again. Go talk to them. Find out every detail.
Well, you heard the man. Tell me everything. Oh, sorry?
One more thing. Get it? Because Apple? Haha! D-brand. Specifically, their Ghost 2 case and Prism screen protector. The case is designed to offer amazing drop protection while still being stylish and see-through, letting your D-brand skin shine. And their Prism screen protector is also designed to be see-through, so that you can see your screen. And it protects your phone in case of any bumps or bruises. Check them out by heading to IamVeryShort.com, which, by the way, I don't even think is that true. See, look, I can reach these black hawthorn berries. Almost. Ow, the blackberries are attacking me. Ow, ooh, ow, my shins.
Every phone upgrade starts with the same thing, which is switching to a new device, whether you're going from iPhone to iPhone, Android to Android, or crossing the ecosystem. And based on my quick conversation that I had with you guys just a couple weeks ago, it seems that there was some struggles. Starting with Justin and Natalie, you guys had some issues with your old Apple ID accounts, either backing up some weird contacts on WhatsApp, or you actually had to recover your account.
Yes.
Tell me about that process.
That was interesting because it was from so long ago. I think the last time I used it was like 2014-ish. And it was linked to a really, really old phone number. So I had to figure out what that phone number was to begin with, which was interesting. And I ended up having to go through like multiple different contacts to figure out someone that had my old number.
But were you able to recover it?
Yes, I was able to recover it. So luckily I didn't need access to the old number. I just needed the old number. But for whatever reason they didn't explain, it took 2 weeks for them to give me an answer on whether or not they were going to give me access to my account again. Like, I get it, probably like for security reasons, they're probably like checking other avenues to make sure that, like, you know, this account actually isn't in active use and this person's just trying to get into their old account. But eventually I was able to get back in, so
Hey, at least you got it back.
Yeah.
And Natalie, you explained that it would seem to be backing up some old phone numbers on your WhatsApp and wasn't bringing in over enough people or whatever, your contacts when you.
It was bringing over like old contacts from like I had the iPod Touch like over like 10 years ago, so I had those contacts come in, but none of my actual contacts from my phone came in.
Okay, I see. It's nice that Apple had all that information, but in your case, it was not helpful. That was a really loud ding.
Yeah, how do you turn it off?
yeah, same problem.
Turn off the
I actually don't have sound on mine. I think maybe I turned it off. Mine just vibrates. So I'm okay with that, but
We're gonna get into the hardware later, but that's really funny that it interrupted us. Yvonne, how was your switch from Android to iPhone?
It was so painful. So when you said some struggles, I made a face because I was like, that was not some struggles. So I was just like, and now that I've heard your experience, I feel like yours was way worse. You couldn't even switch for 2 weeks.
Oh, I just ended up making a temporary account just so I could
Okay.
actually like do some stuff, and then once I was able to get back in, then I just signed it with my normal account. It was fine.
Okay.
Well, it took me a couple days too, but not because I couldn't recover my old iPhone account. I had that, but the issue I had was I tried to use the iOS transfer, between
okay.
the two, and it just wouldn't work. I don't know why.
Were you doing it like over cable or over the
No,
app?
I was doing it over Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah, because, well, I don't know why I did that. I just didn't do it.
It was an option that it gives you, so why wouldn't you try
It
it?
just wasn't connecting to each other, and I couldn't figure out which phone was the problem.
Got it. So did you end up doing the transfer, or
I just
you...
did it myself.
Oh gosh, that must have been painful downloading all your apps and everything
Yep.
else. Speaking of apps, was there any apps for you guys that either didn't work or didn't come over?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
I was so mad. I didn't do WhatsApp first. I did it at the end. And what I didn't realize was that you have to go through the, I don't know what it's called, the iOS transfer process. And if you don't, your message history gets deleted. But I had set everything else up. And then I got to WhatsApp and it didn't prompt me. And then the only way to do it is to reset your phone and reset it up again. And I was like, no.
So you
like, there's
just went
gotta
through
be
that
a
whole
better way.
process. You don't want to do it again.
Yes. And so I lost my entire WhatsApp history, which sucked.
Terrible. Did anybody else have any other app issues, or was that the easy part?
WhatsApp for me as
WhatsApp
well.
as
like
well.
I did I think it was over Wi-Fi, the iOS transfer, the feature. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, but it didn't really work.
Got it.
Like I still had to download a lot of apps. I forgot what apps, but I still had to download manually through the App Store to get the apps that were on my phone.
Got it.
Yeah, that was the same thing with the apps. Like I had to manually download them, but everything else transferred for me just fine. Like all my text messages came over fine, my contacts came over fine, but I did mine through the cable. I didn't do the wireless transfer.
Got it. Okay, well,
And then the other thing was with my WhatsApp. I have had that problem in the past going from Android to Android. So I always back up my messages through WhatsApp first and then do the transfer, and everything usually works out fine. In this case, I didn't have a problem because I backed it up before I started the transfer.
Linus mentioned in part one that you were going to have specific issues with one app.
Yes.
I think it was called Business Calendar.
Yes, and it doesn't exist on the iPhone. So I tried the Apple Calendar app, and then I tried the Google Calendar app, and I hated them all. Okay, and I brought my old phone so I could show why, because nobody seems to understand me when I say that it's a problem. Okay, so for example, when I want to look at my week and I want to see what I've got planned today, I click on this, and immediately on the business calendar, you can see all of my things for the day.
Got it. Yeah.
And it's sorted by all day events and time. In this one, it brought me to the actual day, like the single day, and all of the stuff that's all day is at the top, and then I have to scroll for the entire rest of the day. And if I need to go see another day now, I have to click on that
And, like, back
and
out
go
and-
back. Whereas
yeah.
this, I can just keep going next, and I can literally see my entire week all at once. And this, I have to go through every single day, scroll up and down. If I miss scrolling far enough, then I miss something.
Yeah.
See,
which
I
is
didn't
really annoying.
realize how annoying calendar apps until I seen that one. That is
Yes.
so much better.
Yeah, so when I'm on the call or when I'm on the phone with the doctor's office trying to book an appointment, I'm like, oh no, Monday doesn't work for me. How about this day or how about this day? It's so
Yeah,
easy.
it's so much easier.
Yeah.
During your month, though, how much of a pain was that process? Because I think Linus said that was going to be a deal breaker for you, possibly, but
Yes, so it did waste a ton of time. I ended up using my computer a lot to reschedule things,
Got it.
which isn't the most convenient. But there were other positive things about the iPhone that was time savers that it kind of made it feel like a wash at the end of the day.
got it. Was there any other parts of the setup? That's a really loud ding again. My goodness. Is there any other parts of the setup that was either a pro or a con from any of you?
The setup for me, because I had to download all these apps and I had to reorganize it, I was trying to mirror what my phone was.
Got it.
With how everything was organized.
So like your widgets or
Yeah.
okay.
Having to manually add them all back into a specific folder, that took so long.
Got it. Okay.
I can't just add apps from a list. I have to drag them all into the bubble.
One by one into
It
the
was
folder.
so annoying.
You're
I
nodding
hated
your head in
that.
agreement, so okay.
bad.
I think that's the most painful thing for a lot of people whenever they go to a new phone. I mean, a lot of people will boast how great iPhone is because you can just do iCloud accounts and it basically mirrors it over. And I think Android's a lot of the same if you go from like Samsung to Samsung. But I want to rate it out of 10. 5 is it was, I don't know, middle of the road average, about as normal as any other transfer. 10 is it was so much better. 1, it was terrible. Where would you guys rate this?
1.
Damn.
I'm gonna just say 1.
All right. Hey, at least it's honest.
I'm gonna say 1.
Wow. Wow. Much harsher than our like iPhone users last time.
I think I'd go a little bit higher than that. I'd say a 5, but I kind of was expecting half of these things to come up.
I do want to talk about the hardware next. Both the iPhone and all of you got a watch as well. What were some of the pros of like the physical device, whether it's the screen, the battery? We'll start with Natalie here.
Battery was really good for both the watch and the phone. The screen was great for both. Yeah, I think overall like positive experience. Like the refresh rate was good.
Yeah,
I
you
liked
had
it.
all had a pro, so you had 120 hertz refresh rate.
The speakers are nice. Like the audio wise, like just playing music. If I don't have a Bluetooth speaker around, and I play that. It's actually pretty good.
Nice. Okay, Yvonne?
Yeah, I had the same experience as Natalie with the phone. I actually didn't like my watch very much.
Oh.
I found it wasn't working. Like, I would be literally in the middle of playing badminton and it would be like, please stand up now. Or like, please get exercise. It's like, okay, like if the whole point of all of this is to be able to, you know, check my stats, well, I can't really rely on it. And for battery life, I don't know about yours, but mine lasted a day and a half, but that's really inconvenient because halfway through the next day it dies. And so I have either half a day of not being able to use my watch, or I charge it at night and then it doesn't monitor the sleep or do any of these other things.
Yeah, that's interesting. I had never thought of it from that perspective. Almost half a day is worse than if it just did one day, because you can consistently charge it. Justin, what were some pros for you?
Yeah, the screen was definitely a massive upside, and the fact that it's smaller than my other phone,
Okay,
which
yeah.
unfortunately I don't have for comparison here, but yeah, fits in my pocket a lot better. I noticed I was dropping it a lot less, which was
Do you
great.
think it's because of the size?
Yes, 100%, and the weight.
I 100% agree with you. I did not realize it, but that was one of the things I wanted to experiment with, and it's true.
Well, even if you did drop it, thankfully D-Brand sent over those cases.
Oh yeah, no, they did
yeah,
great.
these are
I
awesome.
dropped mine probably the same amount as I dropped my other phone. I actually cracked the screen protector.
Yeah, I cracked mine too. I
a little
replaced
bit
mine before the shoot.
already, so-
Okay, it didn't damage the phone though,
The
right?
phone is fine. It's just the screen protector that cracked.
Yeah, same here. We're good.
Yeah.
Thanks, D-Brand.
I think, and I don't take Yvonne's point with the watch battery because I charge mine overnight. I don't monitor my sleep, and that's why I was able to like have a full day with no problem.
Yeah,
so.
that was the same too. Like
Yeah.
every night, I just put my phone and the watch on the charger and wake up. They're both good to go, kind of thing.
Yeah, I see. Like if you need to monitor your sleep and use it during the day, I guess that is.
I was
pretty
just trying to
annoying.
use the different features. That was
It's built in, so you might as well at least give it a try, right?
Oh, I immediately shut it off.
Oh, you didn't want it to track your sleep?
Or any of the fitness stuff. It was the notifications were driving me absolutely bonkers.
Oh, interesting. Okay, was there any other notification issues with the watch or the
Oh,
phone?
no, all the notifications worked, and that was part of the problem.
well, what I was gonna say was, when you do put them on a charger, though, if you pick up your phone first and you start swiping things away, well, when you pick up your watch after, all of those same notifications come back.
Like when you swipe it away on your phone.
Yeah.
And it's still okay. That is true. I think.
So you had that issue
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, so
Okay.
annoying. It just felt like duplicating. So half the time, I didn't even take my watch in the morning.
Another piece of hardware that I think all of you brought up was the camera. And I think overall it was very positive. Yvonne, you actually mentioned you really liked the live videos.
I do. I had never experienced that before, but when I'm taking shots, like especially action shots, it was just so nice to capture that little moment. And like my son was playing baseball, and I was able to get like him actually swinging the ball, which was so cool.
I do actually really like that feature from iPhone. I remember when it was announced, a lot of Android users did criticize it as almost pointless and seems weird, but it almost feels like just a little moment in time that you get
Yeah.
to rewatch
Yeah.
again, right?
Okay, my question though is, how do you watch it on the computer? Because I downloaded all my photos, and it just shows up as a separate file, and I couldn't actually see it. Do I need to have an Apple computer to be able to do that?
I'll throw the instructions on screen because I don't know off the top of my head, and that's a good thing because I just said send me the video for the edits, and I hope I can include it now.
I will say, doesn't Android also have that feature? At least the Samsung, like you can turn it on
So the,
live.
the Pixel had that too.
Yeah, you just have to turn it on.
There is now a feature with it. I believe it was iPhone first. I can be corrected if I'm wrong, but it is now a thing, and as the industry does, when iPhone does something, Android moves towards it. Like
Or
no
it's the
headphone
other
jack.
way around, sometimes.
That's true. Is there anything that was on your Android phone from a feature-wise hardware that you kind of missed on your iPhone, whether it's the placement of the buttons or the power
I
button?
missed the back button.
Yep. Back button.
Got it.
Because it felt like the back button was always moving depending on which app I was in. Which sucks. I like it just always being in the same spot.
So you use the 3 buttons instead of gestures. Did any of you guys try gestures on the iPhone, whether
I
it was
have to.
swiping?
Well, I did use gestures too.
Okay.
It just wasn't as convenient sometimes.
Got it. You like that always in the same spot, you know where to hit it kind of thing. One other hardware thing was I kind of joked about lack of headphone jack or whatever. Justin, you actually mentioned you really like the Bluetooth. For some reason, the Bluetooth was just like black magic for you.
Yeah, I have no idea how it was that good because I got the Beats Buds, I think they were.
Yeah, that was part of your purchase.
Yeah, And I was able to put my phone down at my desk and go walk clear across the warehouse, walk outside, and the audio didn't cut out whatsoever. It was actually crazy.
Well, there you go. That's definitely a positive. Is there any other final comments or cons that you want to come up with for the hardware of either device?
I don't like the camera button.
You don't like the camera button.
To open the app, sure, it's convenient, but I've tried it once to actually take a picture, but because of the actuation, it just
didn't
it just ruins.
Got it. Did any of you guys get to
Yeah.
try the shutter button and use it?
Yes, I didn't mind it. I found the touch was a little bit hard to get used to. I don't know how much that was because of the D-brand case, but they claimed that it's compatible with it, so I'm assuming it would be the same whether or not it was like that. But with that being said, the telephoto lens on that camera was actually crazy. You see, I was out in the mountains, out in Hope there, but you see that little spot there?
Yeah.
That's zoomed in with the telephoto lens.
Holy cow.
So that was really cool
Yeah.
to be able to shoot like really far off at a distance like that.
Yeah.
So I was really annoyed by it because you double click to open, what's it called? What is this thing called?
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay.
Got
Sure,
it.
thank you. But then when you double click the camera, you accidentally take a photo.
Oh, I see. So even the amount of times you probably accidentally like took a photo of your desk or something.
My shoes, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna rate it again out of 10. 5 is the hardware is on par with your Android. 10 is it's much better. 1 is it's much worse. Where does the scale lie?
I would say 7.
7. So you enjoyed it overall more
Yeah.
than your Android.
I would say about a 6.5.
Okay, a little bit more.
8.
Wow, the highest score so far again. Okay, we're gonna get into the iOS and the software side of things. For both the watch and the iPhone, was there any immediate pros and cons when you started using iOS 18?
Oh, I loved Face ID.
Face ID.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
so
really nice.
fast. I loved it. Yeah.
Just for unlocking the phone when you first pick it up or whatever.
Or for apps like banking apps or just whatever, just general login. It was so nice.
Got it. And you're nodding in agreement.
Yeah.
Face ID as well.
Yeah, pretty fast.
That's great. Is there anything else that stands out?
The other thing that I really found better was the voice to text. It was so much more accurate.
Oh, okay.
And even when I was saying things and it was getting it wrong at the beginning, based on the rest of the sentence, it was correcting it after the fact, which was so nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Kind of
Like
dynamically
I was
adjusts it.
I was able to actually use it, which is really different than here. Like I just gave up using it on
Yeah.
here.
The watch app integration was a lot better than on the Android side.
Okay.
So for getting in and out of the building using the Ubiquiti app, there wasn't a Ubiquiti app on the Android side. So now I can actually get in and out of the building using the watch, which
Oh,
is
I see.
so much more convenient. Especially
On the Android watch side is what you're
Yes.
talking about. Okay. So you had it on your iPhone watch. Perfect. You mentioned speech to text. Did any of you guys have any issues with the keyboard? Because I know some people
Yes.
don't like
Yes.
the
Holy
keyboard.
crap, it
Okay,
drives me nuts.
everyone's unanimous agreement here. You seem the most passionate. We'll start with Justin.
I get why they did it because of the rounded corners at the bottom, but
Got
my
it.
finger placement is always wrong because I always want to be towards the bottom because I'm used to a square phone, and I always type off the screen, or I hit like the period button when I don't want to, or I accidentally hit the space bar and my sentences look all stupid.
You're nodding in agreement. Did you struggle with the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much. And then I'm sure if you bring up my text history with anybody, you'll see there's always a space before exclamation marks or question
Yep.
marks or anything like that. Because you're just so used to double space for the period, but then you forget for all the
Yeah.
other things. Yeah.
The keyboard for me, so I have numbers on the top of the row with the letters.
On your Samsung.
Yeah, on a Samsung. So if I needed to type numbers, it's so convenient. It's
Yeah.
right there, but I have to switch it every time on
Got
that
it.
Apple. So
And
that was my.
When you're in accounting, that is a huge thing.
Yeah, you're dealing with numbers as a job, so.
The camera, I know I talked to you about this before. It doesn't remember the setting that I had it in. So if I wanted to take a photo in like 16:9, I had to always go change it to 16:9.
Got
it's
it.
always defaulting to 4:3. Even though we changed the setting, it actually remembers which mode I was in. So video or photo or portrait. That's what that
Got
setting
it.
was for.
So you felt like you had to manually adjust your camera every time you wanted to go
Yeah,
take a
so
photo.
that was very annoying.
Got
I have
it.
that problem with my car. It starts at the beginning of my playlist every single time.
Really? With the Apple CarPlay?
Yeah.
Such a weird niche bug that I wouldn't have. Maybe it's a feature. Maybe it wants you to start the playlist over.
I don't know, but I'm sick of Hamilton at this point. And I loved that, so that sucks.
Now, one thing that was a nice thing that has changed over the years is the customization. I was able to download Google Keyboard and use that instead, which was slightly better, but still had the same issue of the positioning.
Did you guys download any sort of custom keyboard?
No,
Or...
I downloaded SwiftKey, which is what I usually use on Android, but I don't remember why. I just gave up partway through. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Hey, that's
maybe,
fair.
maybe I was trying to commit and trying to use it properly. I don't know.
And that's all I can ask for this month was that you guys tried to commit to using the iPhone. Was there any other pros or cons that you guys found with the iOS experience in general? iPhone users always talk about how amazing it is to AirDrop or transfer files or anything. Did you guys get to try that at all? Because you have a MacBook at home, right?
Yeah, I did end up trying some of the features though, just to see what they do. Because like I don't use my MacBook a whole lot, but I figured just for this I would try it. And yeah, like the AirDrop stuff, everything worked fine. Tried copying over photos, a couple videos, stuff like that. But yeah, everything seemed to work just fine.
Did you guys get to try anything? Because we didn't really have like a MacBook to test with, for example. So
And I think that was part of my problem is that I don't know very many people in the Apple ecosystem, so I didn't actually get to benefit from that.
yeah, because one of the things you discovered in part 1 was if you brought the two iPhones close together, you can actually like transfer contacts between each other. And I guess no one got to experiment with that.
No, not with that, but FaceTime's pretty sweet. Being able to FaceTime with my sister and my niece and nephew and stuff like that. So that was cool.
Because they all had iPhones
Exactly.
or whatever. Yeah. Did you guys get to try FaceTime at all?
No, because the same thing. Apple ecosystem. If I don't have other people on it, then I can't try it.
It does seem like a limiting factor.
I think I actually have, like, majority of my friends have iPhone, but I don't use the AirDrop because we have a WhatsApp group, so we already have a system in place, right?
like, text
I
each
didn't
other or
have
whatever.
to, I didn't have to FaceTime, just use WhatsApp call, right?
If anybody else has any final comments, though, whether it...
Yeah.
What would it be about?
I tried out the public beta of iOS 26.
I didn't ask that because I didn't think anyone was going to try iOS 26.
I did it on I updated on Thursday.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
So far so good. Because it's a beta, it is lacking like the Apple polish, everything works smooth. But I do really like the look of it. It does look much nicer.
Did you try like the liquid glass stuff?
Yeah, that's what I have on
Okay.
right now. And yeah, it's really pretty actually.
Someone who likes liquid glass.
Yeah, so it's all like transparent and stuff like that now.
See, you can do that with your Android.
Yeah, you could.
With that, Dynamic Island. I don't get the point of it.
Oh,
I don't like it.
you put a pet on it though. You said it was...
I don't really see much use of it. Like, if they put notification icons there, sure. But it's just a black notch there that I don't really see.
But you can like click into it and like do a bunch of customization stuff. Did you get to try it?
No. Like, I click it and it doesn't do anything.
It's supposed to like open and show you your music that's playing or...
Well, I can swipe down.
phone screen. Did you guys have any other issues or experiences with Dynamic Island?
I was actually trying to do what Natalie was doing and do like a little dumb pet things. There was like a Pokemon one or whatever. But like 90% of the apps seemed like scams.
Oh, speaking of apps, when you guys downloaded things from the App Store, did you notice you can't sort by rating when you're just searching for something?
I've never sorted.
Yeah,
so I don't
neither
know.
did I.
Oh,
You can't sort by rating.
no. Is that a me thing or is that an Apple thing?
I think that's a fair thing if you're looking for a specific type of app. You want to search by rating. What was an example?
I wanted to download Sudoku and I didn't have one already, so I was trying to find the best one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it give you like most downloads? Did it give you high like?
I don't remember. Okay, let me see.
Speaking of downloading apps, I found it annoying where you had to double click the home button just to download the app.
Yeah.
I can't just click get and it will download.
That was one thing
It's
that
not paid. It's a free app, so why do I have to confirm with my face, right?
that was the kind of thing that kind of annoyed me with the Apple Pay. Is you'd put it near it and then be like double click to confirm pay. And you have to like look over the Face ID to work. And yeah.
Okay, no, it's not sorted by most downloaded. So there's one that has 246,000, then 27, then 89,
Okay.
then 504, then 7.7. It's all over the place.
But you can't change the sorting to be by
No.
highest
I see a
rated.
van.
He's telling you which one to download. The
Yeah,
one at the
pretty
top.
much. But the one at the top is an ad-supported one.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, that's why they're telling you to download that one.
The multitasking window. The fact that there's no close all button. Stupid. And so like I wanted to try and find like see if there was a solution for that. And most of the Reddit comments range from "you're stupid," "you don't know what you need for your phone," to "too bad so sad."
Small things, but it's like the small things get to you that.
We have casualties!
And overall, compare the iPhone ecosystem or the iOS experience to Android. We'll use our same scale. 5 is the exact same. 10 is it's better. 1 is worse. 3 is it's okay. Quite a bit more worse.
I'd probably say a 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overall, you think iOS was just a touch better.
Yeah, but I also noticed that when I switched, my Android got an update that mimicked some of the same gestures and things like that that the iPhone did. So I don't know. For me, the biggest factor was Face ID. That really was. It saved so much time. That's what put it over.
Did it make up the time for business calendar?
It did.
Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, Justin, your rating.
Yeah, just like as a complete ecosystem together with the watch, the headphones that I got, everything. Say probably about 7.5, 8. Honestly, it all worked really well for me. I didn't have too many issues this whole time.
There you go. That's fantastic. The overall final learnable lesson, just like our iPhone users when they tried Android, was it's not the end of the world to switch. It's just kind of a pain in the butt to switch. And then over time, you either get used to it or it's a one-time pain because you have to re-download stuff. Is that a fair kind of comment to make? Just like last time, Linus had an offer. He offered our iPhone users to permanently switch to Android if they give up their iPhone. I'm gonna give you guys the same offer. You're no longer allowed to use your Android, but you can keep your watch and your iPhone. Are you guys on board with that, or do you really want to go back to Android?
I'm going back to my Android.
You're going back to Android. Really? That's so interesting, because when we did our one-on-one like a week and a half ago, you were pretty on the fence about it, so...
If I were to say yes right now, it's because it's a newer phone and not because it's an iPhone.
Got it.
Necessarily. I'm still Team Android after the 30 days here, so.
I think that's a fair comparison. Yvonne?
For me, the biggest pain is the switching and to have to switch back and like I really don't want to. And the day-to-day, like there's pros and cons, like I weighed them almost equally, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's a coin flip. And I was literally gonna flip a coin.
Should we do it right now? Let's do it.
I have a coin in my purse.
I didn't actually expect this coin flip.
Android.
Now we have to decide, is heads, what's
I
tails?
don't know, you tell me.
All right, heads is Android.
Okay. Head.
She's going back to Android, which means you have to go through the pain of switching again.
Maybe you'll rate it better this time. I don't know.
Maybe.
That's so funny. All right, well, Justin, you're the iPhone's last hope. Are you wanting to permanently switch to iPhone?
I'm gonna switch.
There you go. Wow. You know what's funny is the predictions were Linus was like, no, Justin will definitely not switch, and said no to Yvonne as well because of business calendar, but you left it up to random chance. And he thought if anyone was gonna switch, it was gonna be you, and you didn't switch. So it's a very, very, very funny final conclusion. But thank you guys for trying iPhone for a month.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I think Linus is going to be a bit shocked with how our final results ended up turning out, considering how much of a poor experience he had when he switched to the iPhone. But just because he didn't enjoy it doesn't mean he shouldn't protect his phone. And thanks to Dbrand and their Ghost case, you too can get up to 12 feet of drop protection with their slim design and 100% guarantee that it will never turn yellow. They're so confident in that they think you will die before that ever happens. And if you want a little bit more protection, be sure to pick up their idiot-proof Prism 2 screen protector and finish off your phone with a custom skin as well. Yvonne, they actually have a new URL. Can you tell the people what it is?
MyHusbandIsVeryShort.com.
If you guys enjoyed this video, go check out part 1 where these guys actually got to shop for which iPhone they were gonna pick, or you can go back a couple months when we asked iPhone users to try Android. That was also a 2-part series.
Убейте кого! Вот он!
Buried in this junkyard is a 500